Meaningful community engagement is a difficult task for hospitals. Your members, your physicians, your lawmakers, your advocates need to see video. They want to see video. In the past, associations have used print media exclusively. Production on high-end, full-page, glossy magazines, newspaper ads, mailers are very expensive and have a very short shelf life. Video allows us to tell a more engaging story to a larger audience. The healthcare industry is in the middle of an uphill battle. You have the Affordable Care Act that nobody knows what's going on. You have perception by the public that healthcare costs are too much. They spend too much money on buildings, the doctors make too much. But those same people, if they have a healthcare issue, are the same people that are going to expect you to have that technology and expect you to have those doctors. The healthcare world needs to get better at conveying the stories as to the why. Why does a hospital need X amount of dollars? Why does a hospital need X amount of people? We can help with that. If you're watching this video right now, I know for a fact that you have video production companies in your own backyard that do high quality video production, just like us. The difference between us and them is that our specialty is in the healthcare industry. A lot of clients start out going with me to different locations, and by the second, third, or fourth trip, they no longer go because they have faith and they trust that we are going to not embarrass them and that we are going to stick to the protocols that they have set in place.
I came to San Francisco never imagining that I was going to be diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Without Laguna Honda, I would probably be dead.
Unfortunately, it makes me feel frustrated and angry because I'm a provider and I have to take care of patients. Most of us don't plan to have an acute illness that requires an extended post-acute stay after an illness.
This is home. I have no idea where I would be if I hadn't been admitted to the home. Maybe we'd be living on the street with the other homeless people.
Where will we all go? What's going to happen to us? Are they all going to put us on ice floes like the Eskimos used to do and just set us out to sea and fend for ourselves until we die?
This will mean moving a number of residents out of their home. And I can't imagine where these residents will go.
Well, I think Idaho should take a hard look at establishing a health insurance exchange, even without the Affordable Health Care Act. I think it's a good idea.
I think insurance exchanges are going to be very valuable. They will make the market very competitive in terms of premiums and rates. And for small businesses, exchanges will become very important.
As we look at just our own insurers that are in the state, I think we have more opportunity to partner with them to really look at what's best for the state of Idaho. The reality is every state is different. We have a different demographic than does Arizona. We have a different demographic than does Washington.
As a citizen, I think I would rather have the state in control of that exchange than the federal government, because they, in my opinion, are dysfunctional at this point in time, and we're at their mercy to a good extent.
We are a high-quality video company that has a very small technology footprint. 10 years ago, you'd roll in and you'd have dollies and grips, and you'd have a lighting guy, and you'd have a sound guy, and you'd have production people all over the place. And then we'd have to spend 3 days to get a quality story out of somebody. Now we roll in, our footprint is 2 small cameras, great sound, a couple lights, a couple little movements here and there, and 2 people. By having 2 people, it allows us to have a much more intimate setting.
not a God in need of anything we can give by your plan. That's just the way it is.
I think I'm more spiritual, have a stronger belief in God, and very surprised at the number of people who came and saw, supported us, helped us. A lot of people.
And I would like to tell the people at St. Al's that I never saw God's love before I saw the staff at St. Al's and how they treated him from when he was so sick. And they told me he was in such a coma. And they rubbed him and cleaned him and talked to him and talked to me. It's the first time that I saw God's love in my life. And I think that they need to know that it's their attitude and their treatment that have made the difference. I think in Dennis's recovery, and I know in my life.
A lot of the time is we go in with an idea that the clients had, and it ends up morphing into things that they never thought about. That, I think, is something that we bring to the table, being able to look to the future as to how you're going to want to tell a story in the future and not just today. If we do our job right, then we can repurpose these videos for a much smaller cost than having to redo and redo and redo. We're here to help you craft the right message right now.